Students, today we are going to discuss about the electric potential. In order to clearly understand what electric potential means, we shall talk about the two experiments. In the first experiment, it is visible to you that a ball is placed on the inclined plane at some height h. This higher point is having more potential energy as compared to this lower point, and this ball has a tendency to move in the downward direction. And similarly, in the second case, there are two jars, and one is having water up to the higher level, and the second one is having the water to the lower level as compared to the first one. If we open this knob and the water start flowing from this first jar to the second, what will happen? The water will start flowing from this higher level to this lower level. The level in this jar will be decrease, and in this jar the level will increase. It means the water is flowing from higher point to the lower point. Similarly, the potential is the flow that is from the higher potential to the lower potential. And by doing this kind of activity for this job, what happened? Some work has to be done to move this, you can say, water from this point to this, or to move this bowl from higher point to lower point, or similar work is done, similar process is done for the movement of charges. Some work has to be done in charging a body or in discharging a body, and this work done is stored in the body in the form of electric potential energy. And now I will define the electric potential. What do you mean by electric potential? Suppose one point is here and this point is infinity, and you want to bring a charge that is of unit value from this infinity to this point. So some work has to be done to move this charge. The electric potential energy per unit time, that it means the work done per unit charge. You can also define it as the amount of work done in moving a unit positive charge from infinity to a given point is known as electric potential. You can write it as electric potential is equal to work done per unit charge. This is the mathematical notation. Now the electric potential difference. What is electric potential difference? The electric potential difference between 2 points A and B. In simple electric potential, we have taken the one point as infinity, but here we will take two fixed point to known point instead of infinity. That is the electric potential difference between 2 points A and B on a conductor through which current is flowing is defined as the amount of work done in bringing a body from point A to point B. For this, let us consider that W be the work done in moving the charge, and the charge Q is moved from point A to B. Now we will write the potential is equal to, this is the potential difference, you can say the potential difference is represented by V is equal to work done by charge, and work done we can write it as V into Q. This potential difference is measured in volt given by the physicist Alexander Volta, and the device used to measure the potential difference is known as the voltmeter. The voltmeter is represented by V and with plus minus sign. Here we can have the plugs of the wire. Now we will define 1 volt. What is the definition of 1 volt? Now the definition of 1 volt. You know the formula V is equal to W by Q, where W is the work done and Q is the charge. If we put W as 1 joule and Q as 1 coulomb, then what will be the definition of 1 volt? This 1 volt is the amount of work done. How much work done is done? that is 1 joule. To move a charge, which charge? Unit charge. So you will define the one, if 1 joule of work is done, this 1 joule of work is done in moving a charge of 1 coulomb from one point to other point, that is known as 1 volt. Again, 1 volt is that much amount of potential difference developed between the ends of a conductor when 1 joule of work is done in moving a charge of 1 coulomb. We can write it as 1 volt is equal to 1 joule per coulomb. This may be the another name for the 1 volt, that is 1 joule per coulomb. One question arises here. What do you mean by 13 volt potential difference between 2 points of a conductor? You are having a conductor and the difference between their two ends is 13 volt. It means this value is 13 volt. This is fixed. Always this is fixed, that you are moving a unit positive charge. It means 13 joule of work is done. If this is 13, how it will come 13 if this value is 13? So you will write this sentence is meaning that 13 joule of work is done in moving a 1 coulomb of charge between 2 points. And now one more question. How much energy is given to each coulomb of charge passing through a 6 volt battery? It means what is given to you? V is given to you, that is 6 volt. How much energy? It means this is required, and Q is always fixed, that is 1 coulomb. So by putting the value of V and Q, you can have 6 volt into 1 coulomb, that is 6 joule. The energy given is 6 joule. This is the numerical value. Then next is the electric current circuit and its component. This is the next topic. What do you mean by electric circuit and its components? You know, students, electric lamp, heater, air conditioner, motor and various other devices work on electricity. So we call these devices as the load because these devices consume some electric energy. And in order that the electricity flows through the loads, always you can say the current is passing through some load, that is the resistance or these devices. These devices should be connected through wires and should be connected through the power supply, because power supply is must to switch on or switch off the devices, and to on or off we need a switch, that is key. All these components collectively are known as the circuit component. The component are the wires, you can say the resistance, the electric devices, the ammeter to measure the current, voltmeter to measure the potential difference, key, battery. These kinds of devices are known as the component of the circuit. Now, what is the definition of the electric circuit? The source of electricity, power, loads and switches and other elements connected together by wire form an electric circuit. It is the closed and continuous path. The closed and continuous path through which the current can flow is known as the electric circuit. Electric circuit is of two types. One is the open circuit and second one is the closed circuit. What do we mean by the open circuit? When the electric components, here in this circuit you can see this is the battery, the ammeter is connected in series with the load resistance, this is the load resistance, and then the negative terminal of battery is connected to the key, and this key is here plugged in, this is plugged in, and this voltmeter is connected in parallel to the resistance. This is the complete circuit, closed circuit. The key is closed. This circuit is known as closed circuit. In this circuit we have to show the current. This is closed circuit. And what is the open circuit? Here I have shown one part of the circuit. In open circuit the key is open, there is no key here, it means no current is flowing through the circuit and bulb is not glowing. This circuit is known as open circuit. Open circuit means when the key is not plugged in, there is no current in the circuit. But in closed circuit, the key will be plugged in and the current will flow in the circuit. Now some important components of the circuit. Some important component is, the first one is the wires. The connecting wires are made up of copper and they covered with some insulation, and the resistance of the connecting wires is kept negligible, and these wires are used to connect the different components in the circuit. The second one is the resistor. The resistor is of three types. One is the resistor that is having the fixed value and that is used to change the current in the circuit, because the resistor is the device which is used to hindrance or to resist the flow of current. This is represented by this symbol, and this is the fixed resistance, the constant value in the circuit, and it is used to change the amount of current in the circuit. And the second one is the rheostat. Rheostat is the resistance with the pointer. This pointer is used to change the value of the resistance in the circuit, and this is also known as the variable resistor. Variable resistor is represented by this formula. Both are the rheostat, and this rheostat is used to control the flow of current. This gives the fixed value of current, but this is used to control the flow of current. The next one is the battery. Battery, this is the cell, the positive and negative terminal of the cell. When two or three or more cells are connected in series, they form the battery, and this battery is the combination of cells. You can say the battery is used to supply the energy or to give the power to the circuit, to it supply the charges to the circuit and also maintain the charges to the circuit. When the circuit is complete, and then if we need to measure the current in the circuit, the device ammeter is used to measure the current in the circuit, and it is represented as the A in the circle, that is ammeter, in amperes. If instead of A, MA is here, it means this is milliammeter. It measures the current in milliamperes. These are two terminals, positive and negative, and it is used to measure the current in the circuit. It is always connected in series, because in series the current value of current is same, and we have to measure the accurate value. In voltmeter, the voltmeter is represented as V in the circuit with plus minus terminals, and this voltmeter is used to measure the potential difference in the circuit. This was all about the electric component, electric circuit, and the potential difference. In the next class we will discuss about the Ohm's law.